by the way.
Woo!
That a lot of people around the world use bars, so that would be 1500 PSI.
Oh, yeah.
Around 100,000.
Back at it again with all these things. The little bolts.
For the amount of time
Get this bad boy over here.
Right, so they've been down 10-15 minutes. They're already half a tank. Whoa. How deep do you know? They haven't said that, but
Yeah, so today we're finishing up the buggy. We cleaned it from
use half, come back.
playing in the mud. And it's all dried out now, and it's getting ready to get its axles back in.
Of course, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was going to compliment their points. Pretty good right there. Mind it.
These bearings are almost. Oh, that's good.
No, to 1,000 PSI. I was really kind of shocked.
Yeah, these front right bearings are on their last legs.
So once again, 1,000 PSI would be a third of the tank since we start with 3,000. And so thumbs up doesn't mean good. It means we're going up. Let's game over. Let's go.
And me motioned up, which kind of caught me by surprise.
We are watching Dive Talk. I'm not a diver, but
So far,
I'm actually really scared of the ocean. But it's really interesting.
Just breathing a lot.
CO2. Is that a full face mask?
All right.
I
So
know it's coming. Really? I haven't seen it. But if you have the mushroom valves raw in a full face mask, meaning that air isn't leaving the mask when you exhale, you can build up a CO2 hit inside the mask, and that's going to start making you breathe like crazy. I don't know, but let's see. That's what I'm guessing. Okay.
Cliff was rotating, looking for the anchor line, and the road was bolted away from us heading to the surface.
oh, I'm dark again.
Squarespace is everything you need to sell anything.
I still don't understand why he didn't do what we're trained to do. Just borrow air from Cliff or myself.
Wait, what? What just happened? Oh no. Oh, what happened to
I
that?
looked back up. Roll was coming back down towards us, face first.
Dude.
He was headed for the bottom at a
So,
very
Conscious.
fast rate of descent with his hands just dangling behind his body.
so it looks like a CO2 issue.
He
Dude.
hit the bottom in about 83 feet of water, face first, right on.
83. That's...
Clifford and I picked him up, stood him up, and looked into his mask to see what the problem was. And his face was distorted. I couldn't
Whoa.
recognize his eyes, I couldn't recognize his cheeks, I couldn't recognize anything.
So,
I immediately went to remove the spider or the band that holds the mask on, give him air.
you know, when he fell back down, that may have created this barotrauma injury.
Oh.
Just speculating, right? Imagine coming back down and you're not clearing, you're not equalizing, you're not blowing out your nose. You can't do that little bit to clear. Wow, maybe that happened as well. What caused him to go unconscious? We haven't heard yet.
I'm putting these used axles in the back because
Oh,
I don't know what dead people look like.
the back's
This
usually
was
more
it. His
forgiving.
tongue was sticking out as far as a
What's
tongue
going
could
on?
possibly go.
But no steering, things like that.
Fluid coming out of every cavity of his face.
oh, bro.
He couldn't take the air, and the only thing I could do was to get rolled to the surface. The tongue was sticking out as far as a tongue could possibly go. There was fluid coming out of every cavity of his face.
Oh, bro.
He couldn't take the air, and the only thing I could do was to get rolled to the surface right away. So we started a free ascent with rolled and tow at a much faster rate than I was comfortable with.
This is so bad. And so rare.
This would be
Very rare.
nothing more than an exercise in bringing a corpse to the surface.
Captain, we have a problem. So glad they surfaced near the boat, though.
All I was thinking is that I got somebody that I had certified, I had known as a personal friend. I took him, died, and now he's dead.
I don't know what happened. It's hard. Not back to the bottom. You just couldn't tell it was him. That's where to describe it, the big gigantic hickey. You can see the perfect outline of the mask. I do first aid as a normal duty with the sheriff's department, and I start positive pressuring him. And in positive pressuring, you're actually putting as much oxygen as you can into the victim's lungs.
That's very good. Chest compressions next.
As he exhales.
Yeah, so like I said, the brand new one should be a lot stronger. We're going up front.
Stay with us, buddy. Hold on, we're gonna be there in a minute.
Within 3 minutes, they had a pulse back.
Unbelievable.
If I were to ever be involved in a diving accident, I would want that same group of people to be there for me.
Wow.
Wow.
The Coast Guard boat brought Okaloosa County paramedic Dan Harris to the scene.
Diamond, we brought him up from 83 feet unconscious.
He looked like the old sci-fi human fly type thing. His whole face was probably going on a half again its normal size.
Not clear.
My fear is, can I get this man to a dive chamber alive? But to my surprise, he's talking to me.
What? Dr. Mead, what we have here.
At Baptist Hospital, 63-year-old Roald Knudsen was examined by emergency physician John Mead.
His symptoms were not consistent with the bends other than our lingering concern about his vision.
What about now?
We think he was extremely lucky.
Can you wiggle your fingers and tell us?
A year has passed since the incident.
Wow.
I felt the last breath, and I looked at my gauge, and I was at 30 feet. And that's the last I remember. I passed out like a light switch and went plummeting to the bottom.
Every time that ball, I hit the ball in front of my face, I get a face full of sand.
All of my diving friends from the past 10 years thought, why did this happen to Roald? He's always been one of our more cautious divers. But on this trip, we made several mistakes. We should have rested for a whole day. I was probably 15 pounds overweight. And the biggest mistake I made was not watching my gauges. And instead of diving one-on-one, I went in a threesome. Of course, those are two fellows that saved my life.
Let's go diving, that's easier.
I had completely physically recovered from the accident, except for a little bit of peripheral vision off my left eye.
I was amazed that Roald didn't have any diving maladies. The Aga mask did not allow any water into Roald's lungs. Also, diving with the nitrox gave Roald the advantage of having more oxygen in his system.
What saved this man was the quick thinking of the other divers. They recognized a diver in trouble and got him with a rapid but safe ascent, got him on oxygen straight away.
Roald's wife Carol had joined him at the hospital that day.
Great story.
The doctor said there'd been extensive hemorrhaging behind the eyes. That was the first time I was really frightened, because I was trying to imagine what our life would be like if he couldn't read, if he couldn't work, if he could drive his car. Looking the way he did, he said to me, I am not going to tell you what you want to hear. I am going to go on diving.
Here's to the three best divers and EMTs on this continent. Here's to you. I was a dead man for between 4 to 5 minutes, and they put themselves at great risk of getting the bends or having decompression symptoms.
They went up.
Cliff and Rocky and Mike are my guardian angels. I owe my life to them.
When we go swimming tomorrow, you'd better be near me. You're the swimmer.
Every day is another day that needs to be cherished, and I don't worry about tomorrow. I've got a lot of good years left in me if I don't break any more rules.
Next,
He was basically at the end of his rope.
And I feel better now. Do, 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 do.
Old Spice rice bread? It's got long-lasting freshness and you stink.
Well, stayed very quiet. I mean, what a great story of how important it is to be able to react quickly if somebody has a dive ailment. And the other thing, though, that I kind of wish they would have talked about is what caused it. A full face mask takes specialized training.
Absolutely.
And I just don't know why he went unconscious like that. But reacting quickly, getting him on oxygen, man, that you saw him reenacting that they were doing chest compressions, it saved his life.
Absolutely. And I think, one of the important things here is the fact that these divers their training kicked in. And why I think that becoming a rescue diver is so important. Because these are exactly the scenarios we do in our rescue class, right? So for people that, for example, want to learn this stuff, they can take the rescue class and learn how to react in these scenarios.
Which you and I are going to be teaching.
Correct.
Later in the year, a stress and rescue, and along with what we call the DAN First Aid for Pros class.
Correct.
And those two together will get you a stress and rescue certification and a DAN Pro First Aid, basically for divers certification.
That's right.
And that also within our dive agency qualifies you for even higher levels above that. There's sort of pre-qualifications to enter into eventually maybe even the pro level.
That's right. So, yeah, so I think, for those of you who want to join us in those rescue classes that we do at the lake, and, we're able to show all these scenarios and how to deal with them. You will learn exactly how to do this. Man, I completely forgot about this video. Now, obviously, it brings memories because I saw it months ago, but very impressive, right? That those divers were able to save their buddy, and how overweight he was. The fact that he almost made it and then plummeted to the bottom, that also speaks volumes for being properly weighted, which is something you are supposed to learn on your first class, open water class, and tweak along the way and get better. But
it's a good one. I'm just glad, but I like it because it taught a lesson and had a good outcome. Thank goodness. I thought when they first, showed the reenactment and they couldn't even recognize his face, and you saw the pressure at 80 feet. I mean, that's like, 3.5 atmosphere, something around that. That's a lot of extra squeeze, man. And
yeah,
he recovered.
Killer.
He recovered. That's amazing. All right.
Not all these,
really good one.
Not all these accidents and rescues end up with a positive outcome. We have reacted to others in the past. If you haven't seen the first one we ever reacted to, which was a team of divers or a group of divers that got lost inside a cave, and then out of coincidence, out of the blue, a cave diver was near and was able to try to attempt a rescue. Crazy video, crazy story, crazy reaction. Check it out right here.
See you next time, everybody. Thanks.
Thank you all. We'll see you then.
For your next big trip, think Singapore.
I like putting Loctite on the wheels.
Expedia.
It's not good. No. So, axles are in, and we're just putting the wheels back on.
To yet another Cave Divers React video this week. There's Woody and Gus. And I don't know why I pointed to myself when I said Woody, because I'm Gus. That's Woody right there. This week we have a longer video. Last week was...
Oh. On the other side, I was like, oh, there's someone watching with me. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's go. Huh. Let's see. Cool. So that. Got one wheel on. I actually just got a new LiPo battery for this. So it should last longer on a charge, which is awesome. These tires are freaking huge. Let's go. Stay still. Two wheels. Oh yeah. Play wheel. Almost. I'm kind of bummed that it's nighttime, but I have pretty much strapped a flashlight to this GoPro mount. Put a little red light in the back so I know where it's going, which direction it's faced. Pretty fun, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. That's working. That's working. That's working. Oh, there we go. Voila. I'm actually gonna plug in the new battery and see what happens. Hopefully it doesn't blow up. Please don't blow up. Please. Battery. Put it there. Looks like it'll fit for the most part. My first time buying a new battery. $50. Oh, it's probably water in them. That's. I'll just explain it off by that. But new battery seems to work. That's good. Yeah. I'll be right back. Potato. You want help? Come on. What? All right. Thanks for watching. Peace out.